Hey, sweetie, this is Michaela. Today I'll continue telling you the story of Mia's family. I'll keep updating it for you. Remember to check in every day, okay? Chapter 11: A Quest from Athens to Alexandria. Mia's family finally left the dangerous underground carrying the artifact obtained from the Parthenon. They were in Athens, ancient Greece, in 440 BC. Mia spotted the strings of the artifact were vibrating slightly, emitting a faint resonating sound that only she could hear. This sound seemed to be guiding her to look in a certain direction of the city. Mia told her family about it, and the whole family followed the direction of the sound and came to the ruins of an ancient library. Although most of the buildings in this library had collapsed, the remaining stone pillars and walls were still engraved with various ancient Greek words and patterns. Mia's family entered the ruins and found that it was filled with a mysterious ancient atmosphere. In the center of the ruins, there was a huge stone table, and on the table lay a somewhat tattered parchment scroll. Jack gently opened the parchment scroll, but the words on it were difficult to understand. Fortunately, Martha had brought a tool that could translate various ancient languages. After some attempts, they learned the parchment scroll recorded clues about the next artifact. It turned out that the next artifact might be hidden in the Lighthouse of Alexandria in ancient Egypt. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was built between 280 and 247 BC. It was one of the tallest buildings in the world at that time and was renowned as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was said that there was a powerful force hidden inside the lighthouse, and this force might be closely related to the artifact they were looking for. After learning this news, Mia's family didn't hesitate at all. They immediately used the time travel device to start their journey to ancient Alexandria in Egypt. With a flash of light, they arrived in Alexandria in the 3rd century BC. The port was bustling with activity. Huge ships were coming and going, and merchants were shouting to buy and sell goods from different places. In the distance, the Lighthouse of Alexandria stood tall. The tower was made of white marble and sparkled in the sunlight. At the top of the lighthouse, a huge mirror reflected a dazzling light, guiding the ships at sea. Mia's family blended into the crowd and walked towards the lighthouse. However, when they got closer to the lighthouse, they found that it was heavily guarded, with many soldiers patrolling around. It turned out that the lighthouse was regarded as a sacred place locally and was strictly protected. Jack observed for a while and found that there was a certain pattern in the time between the soldiers' shifts. After discussing with his family, they decided to sneak into the lighthouse during the shift-changing gap. When night fell and the moonlight shone on the port, Mia's family seized the opportunity, avoided the patrolling soldiers, and successfully entered the interior of the lighthouse. Inside the lighthouse, it was dark, damp, and filled with a salty smell of seawater. They climbed up the narrow spiral staircase. Every step they took made the staircase creak. Suddenly, Mia heard a low growl, as if some dangerous creature was approaching. The whole family immediately tensed up, gripping the tools in their hands and vigilantly watching the darkness. No one knew what kind of challenges awaited them and whether they could successfully find the artifact hidden in the lighthouse. Well, dear friends, that's where we'll conclude today's installment of the story. I truly hope you've been as captivated by it as I've been sharing it. If you've enjoyed this narrative so far, I'd be immensely grateful if you could show your support by hitting that like button. And here's a little tip for you to never miss out on the upcoming exciting chapters. Simply activate the subscription bell. In this way, you'll be promptly notified when I bring you the rest of this enthralling story tomorrow. So, stay tuned.